What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a preview. This time, Chelsea versus Arsenal. I don't know. I don't know. Before I go into it, let me thank everybody that's shown me a lot of love, considering I absolutely lost my shit in my last video. My gosh, it's easily my most viewed video, my most liked video, and I got quite a few new subscribers as a result of it. So welcome. I can only imagine my rants will get worse, so bear with me. I'm going to apologize to you now because I'm really trying to mitigate Arsenal fucking up and letting me down again. And I guess onwards to this weekend, if there is ever a time that Arsenal owe us a performance, it is now. It is this weekend. And I'll be honest with you, my confidence level going into that game, prior to that Watford game, was fairly good. I thought to myself, Chelsea they've been picking up and grinding out results, but they've not been unbelievable. And it was probably the first time in a long time going to a Stamford Bridge game where, to be honest, I was quietly confident. Having taken stock of it and reassessing it, and obviously that disaster of a game at Emirates, I am shitting myself. I'll be honest. I am shitting myself, particularly the last time we played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on a Saturday lunchtime. We know what happened. It was 6-0. It was Wenger's supposed anniversary, 1000th game anniversary. Just everything that could have went wrong that day went wrong. And a lot of the reason for that was our players being sent off and being reckless and being wound up by Costa. Some of it was team selection. I remember that day I wasn't that overly impressed with the team selection that Wenger picked. Our tactics, I thought, were horrible that day. All of those things need to be fixed for Saturday. I'm not in any mood for bullshit. If there is ever a time we need a performance, don't get me wrong, not necessarily because we're going to be in a title race, just because they owe us a performance. Full stop. I'm not going to start sitting here and saying to myself, oh, maybe if we beat Chelsea, we're going to be in a title race. No. I said this to you on Tuesday. I'm going to say this to you again. For me, it's just a case of they owe us a performance now. I want them to deliver. With that in mind, for me, I feel like our tactics need to be on point. And our team selection, please, God, Wenger, it needs to be on point. It needs to be on point. So with that in mind, this would be my hopeful 1-11, the 1-11 that I hope Wenger rolls out. And to be honest, I think there's a fair chance after the backlash he's received this week and the injuries that have happened this week, there's a fair chance that this will be the 1-11. In goal, I would go with Petr Cech. I know people are losing faith with him. I'm starting to. I must admit. I feel like we're letting in stupid goals that we shouldn't. Maybe I was being a bit harsh just because I was generally pissed off against Watford. I do accept that. Having said that, we do need a big performance from Petr. We need a big performance from him. So I'd start him in goal. Right back, Hector. Please start Hector Bellerin. Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? I didn't even go that hard into it in my review. Why did this man not start on Tuesday? It made no sense to anybody. And as a result, there was absolutely no threat coming down off that there was no threat that we were initiating from our right-hand side because Theo didn't start. And then we didn't have a right back. So there was literally nothing that we could do. We had a centre-back and essentially a number 10 playing on that right-hand side. So essentially we had no one playing on that right-hand side. So I would go with Hector Bellerin 100%. Now there's a rumour that Mustafi is injured, which makes me nervous. I'm going to hope that that rumour is nonsense. And I'm going to go with Mustafi and Koscielny in centre-back and centre defence. If Mustafi is injured, we're just going to have to go with, as DT calls him, Bambi, but as centre-back alongside Koscielny. Either way, whoever plays centre-back, please control yourself with Costa. He's going to be doing everything to wind you guys up. Please control yourself. Please. If we're going to stand any type of chance, we must have 11 people on the pitch. So I'm going to hope Mustafi makes it, maybe a late fitness test, and he makes it, and everything is fine. And it'll be him and Koscielny as centre-backs. Gibbs, 100%. Do you see the way that I'm saying that Bellerin needs to start? Gibbs needs to start at left-back. I don't want to hear no shit. Monreal, you know, he had a brilliant season last year, but I don't know what the fuck has happened. That motherfucker has fallen off. And I don't want to hear no shit. Gibbs must start this game. So Gibbs would be my left back. I think the cameo roles and the EFL Cup roles and the FA Cup roles he's had, I thought he's played well in every single one of them. Gibbs will start this game for me. In the centre of midfield, this will be where changes happen. Now, to be perfectly honest, even if Ramsey wasn't injured, I'd drop his ass anyway. For me, the centre of midfield will be Coquelin. Coquelin had a horrible game on Tuesday. In my opinion, I felt like he looked short. He looked anonymous, which is really unusual for Coquelin. Who, to be honest, he's been on quite good form this season. But I don't know what the hell happened on Tuesday. Don't get me wrong, everybody was shit on Tuesday. But he, in particular, was really unimpressive. So I would have Coquelin in centre midfield. And I'd have him alongside Ox. I think Ox, in spite of the fact that I disagree with a lot of people. A lot of people were quite impressed with Ox when he came on Tuesday. I wasn't. I felt like he gave the ball away too many times. Having said that, against Southampton, he was magnificent and arguably one of the better players on the pitch in that position against Southampton. I think we're going to probably need to match power with power because they're going to play Kante, they're going to play Matic. And one thing I'll say about Ox is he's powerful, he's a powerful runner, he's very, very strong, and tends to play well against Chelsea. So I'd play him in that middle alongside Coquelin. For me, on the right-hand side, I'd go with Theo. Really for the same kind of reasons as I did with Ox. He also tends to have a lot of fun against Chelsea. Does tend to score goals, create goals, cause problems. And I feel like that would be the sensible thing to do, playing Theo on that right-hand side. I know some people would opt for Perez. I can see the point, but I wouldn't in this particular game. I wouldn't start Perez. You guys know I'm a big advocate of Perez, but not in this particular game. So I'd start Theo on the right-hand side because of who I'd start on the left-hand side, and that would be Danny Welbeck. I was toing and froing with Welbeck and Perez, I must admit. I like the idea of Perez starting because he's an unknown element, and we may need that against Chelsea. What I've started to realise when I analysed Perez's performances is tracking back, he's not that good. And I wouldn't put Iwobi in because I'm going to surprise you guys in a minute. So I would say that Danny Welbeck, plus I think between him and Sanchez, I think they'll be able to integrate a lot between the two of them. They'll be able to interchange is the word I'm looking for. They'll be able to interchange between the three of them. And I think when we played our best football, even against Chelsea, it was because of pace. Pace, we absolutely did them with pace. So let's go again. Let's do it again. And I'd have Welbeck as my left-hand side striker, if you like. As my number 10, here's where I'm going to surprise you. Lee Gunner will be happy. I'm dropping Ozil's outside on the bench. I don't give a fuck. Drop him out. Because there's no point having him out there just because he's Mesut Ozil. If he's not going to contribute to the team, I'll drop him out. So I'm dropping him out. And you know who I'd have as number 10? Alex Iwobi. I think Alex Iwobi always plays well there. For me, he's naturally a number 10. I think in such a big game like that, I think what you'll see from Alex Iwobi is he'll rise to the occasion. And I would have no, don't get me wrong, that guy is dropping Ozil. But this is my hope for 1 to 11, and this is who I'd start. I'd start Iwobi right behind the main man, the man that even if he's not playing well, always tries. And quite frankly, I feel for him. Every time I see him out on the pitch, I feel for him. I'm kind of made peace with the fact that I feel like he's going at the end of the season, to be honest, because I can't see him wanting to stay with all this nonsense. So for me, Alexis Sanchez, even if Giroud wasn't injured, because apparently he is injured, but even if Giroud wasn't injured, I'd start Alexis Sanchez up front every single day of the week. And I think between the three of them, between Sanchez, Theo, and Welbeck, you're going to see lots of interchanging. And that's how we baffle Chelsea earlier in the season. We hit them with so much pace, power, interchanging. And I said it before and I'll say it again. As great as the Southampton victory was, as great as the Swansea victory was, as great as the West Ham victory was, for me, my favourite, most complete performance was that Chelsea performance at home. I thought we were absolutely fantastic. So with that in mind, for me, if we do that, and this is my attempt in really trying to think positively, if we do that and everybody plays to their full potential, we can beat Chelsea at Chelsea. Let me say that again. We can beat Chelsea at Chelsea. Because let's face it, it's an Arsenal thing to do, that we go to Chelsea and beat them, even though we lost to Watford at home. Do you know, my mum says that about Arsenal all the time. My mum is the one who got me into supporting Arsenal, for those of you who don't know. And my mum says, you watch, I guarantee they beat Chelsea every weekend. And I'm like, I don't know. Seeing what I saw on Tuesday, I don't know. But it's a real Arsenal thing to lose to Watford at home because they were focused on this Chelsea game, completely overlooked Watford. And they'll focus on this Chelsea game and they'll go on to beat Chelsea because that's the sort of stupid shit we do. But it's happened now. We've lost to Watford. Let's go ahead and beat Chelsea. I honestly, deep down, I think it'll be 1-1. I think that's the best we can hope for. But if I'm to try and think positively, let's go for 2-1. Fuck, what am I doing? All right. So you guys let me know what your 1 to 11 would be. As I said earlier in the beginning of the video, thank you for all the love that you guys have shown me for my last video. I can't see that being the last rant, so I'm not going to apologize because, quite frankly, that's the emotion, the sheer annoyance and emotion that Arsenal bring out of me. For those of you who are on Twitter, do follow me at Colossal Chig, that's CHIG. My little Twitter hashtag thing is in the box. And if you're listening to me for the first time, hit the subscribe button. What I'm trying to do in the next couple of weeks is have a few guests on. I'm going to have to hit Mems up and a couple of other people. So do stay tuned. You'll get a lot more material from me. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Onwards to Chelsea. Take care. Peace.